There's a shoulder for good measure.
Revenge on this team this year. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon Compton. Welcome to 2025. Today. This one the other way. Still going back. That's the track. Locks up and down.
Edwards pulls off and buries it. Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Her three right on the money.
Takes his shot for Darby. Flag out. Doesn't matter. Touchdown.
What is up, my Pitchfork Lunch peeps? Happy Monday. And it is a victory Monday, an insanely crazy, awesome Monday. As you guys know, it is an awesome, like I said, victory Monday. So again, don't be bashful. So glad you're here with us on Pitchfork Lunch. A lot went down over the weekend. The transfer portal obviously opened up. Colorado stud wide receiver Omarion Miller is now a Sun Devil. Cutter Bully, the quarterback, also a running back, defensive back out of Texas, out of Houston, which is, we know, Coach Carrington's domain and awesomeness. So a lot of portal news going on. Obviously, the Desert Hockey Classic forks up to Coach Powers and his team. The third time they've won the Desert Hockey Classic. Yes, they host it. But you still got to play good, and they did just that. That first line, absolutely phenomenal. Posted it the other night. Easily the best line in. They're up there for the best line in college hockey, guys. So yeah, look at it that way. Women's hoops, they got their first loss again, 15-1. I saw like some people talking. It's almost like they think like, oh, they let the air out of the bag. Okay, yes, they could have went undefeated. I know we had a nice little fun kidding around about that a little bit ago, but it's like, and again, it's like, yes, all the energy and all the buzz they created, it is tough. They did lose at BYU. I mean, again, fighting till the end, they were in it. BYU dominated the boards. That was one thing, so we'll get to that. Men's hoops, again, was opened up Big 12 play against Colorado, same team that the women did. And, yeah, it was, again, absolutely awesome because and yeah, I mean, again, what the winning streak that they went on women's wise is good. Man, got off to a slow start. It was very slow, but then, man, the physicality came, and Alan Mukeba, Masamba Jop, like this kid, you know, I keep saying he could be one and done. Yes, he is raw. Yes, you could look at college basketball and say, hey, maybe there's some other, you know, there's guys that size doing it. Man, not like him. This kid's upside is insane, my friends. So, that's, I mean, Masamba Jop. But, yes, they get down, they battle back, they take a lead, and then they take a lead, and but yeah, I mean, look, and there's parts in that game where, again, the offensive rebounds, I mean, a third of CU's offensive rebounds, guys, in the first half were offensive. I mean, that's too much. And Coach Hurley, again, very, very frustrated. So yeah, I mean, that's just one of those things where very frustrated. But yeah, you give that many offensive rebounds and then second chance points. Again, we'll get to that. So yes, I mean it was there. Look, the talent is there. Mo Odom, I mean, had 12 assists, had 2 turnovers, and then in the last 2-3 minutes had 2 more turnovers. And again, I'm not saying look, Mo Odom's been phenomenal. That guy's a leader. But Alan Mukeba fouled out. I mean, Colorado had shot 31 free throws, not just in the game, in the second half alone. And if we get a chance, we'll hear from Coach Hurley about that. But yeah, absolutely insanely. And yeah, some were fouls. Yes, guys, some were fouls. Again, I know every time I complain even about Pac-12 refs, but I mean, some of this was absolutely ridiculous. And look, there was fouls called against Colorado in the second half that I was like, what? Like, if you call it on the playground, I don't believe in the whole violent part, but you might get, like, somebody might punch you to say, you want a foul? There's a foul. The old Michael Jordan, Steve Kerr story. But anyway, but seriously, like, it was ridiculous. Nonetheless, 31 free throws in the second half. And But yeah, the Devils battled back. They got up by one or two, and then Colorado again. Too many second chances on the on that. So that was tough. But yeah, guys, Coach Powers, Desert Hockey Classic, absolutely awesome. The transfer portal again insane. By the way, let's digress. I am Michael Garrison. Welcome in again to Monday's Pitchfork Lunch Show. Got the roast shirt on for again women's hoops. Molly Miller, Forks Up, absolutely. Got that on, but I am Michael Garrison at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as the Twitter. You can check it out live Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. And also, guys, guess where else you can go? You can go to the wonderful world of the good old IG. Yep, that's right. You can go there at michael.carrotino.5. So as you see my name up here, just add a dot between first and last, and then a dot 5 after my last name, and then bam, on the IG. And then, but guys, go to YouTube, right? Subscribe to or watch live. Go to YouTube, watch live, but you can also subscribe to the gotta get the pitchfork in there. Come on, it's Pitchfork Lunch. Go to YouTube, watch live, guys. But the cool thing about it is watch live, but guys, do subscribe. And it forks up. A few new subscribers, greatly appreciated. Again, hit me up in the comments. Send me some comments. You can either do it there or at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as the Twitter. Hit me up there, my IG, but X probably the easiest way. That being said, go to YouTube though, because you have missed a plethora of phenomenal con reviews. I'm just telling you that right now. As we call them here on the very obviously innovation is huge for Sun Devils, but as we call guests when they come on, we call them con reviews. Wow. Well, speaking of con reviews, guys, by the way, because Kenny Dillingham, $5 as Kenny Dillingham's name gets thrown out for this job, even though he's got the big sanction in the buyout. It's a bigger buyout, and all these guys just signed. But the Cardinals are parting ways with Jonathan Gannon. I think that's a joke, but again, it was like coaching the Browns for a while. Why would you want to come here if, again, your team can get decimated by injury and you get nothing? But anyway, YouTube. Go to YouTube, watch live, but also, like I said, subscribe because, like I said, you have missed a plethora of phenomenal con reviews, whether it be coaches, players, voices, insiders, alum. We've had so many phenomenal alum on here, and an athletic director who will be on soon. Yes, that is true. Like I said, an athletic director that will be on here soon. And you can go to YouTube and do it all. So you know how to get to YouTube. You see my name, Michael Carrotino, but my page is at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ, 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, and survive and subscribe. Like I said, watch live, but do subscribe. For that. So yes. Yeah. So I mean, you go there. It's very easy. But yeah, we're gonna talk transfer portal. We're gonna talk hockey, hoops. I mean, again, absolute energy here. But yes, go to YouTube. Like I said, you see my name, Michael Carrotino, but my page is at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ. Like, I don't know, reigning back-to-back Big 12 women's volleyball champs. Yeah. At MVC005 on YouTube. Again, M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ, 005 at MVC005 on YouTube. And subscribe. Oh, yes, thank you, William. Well, I mentioned transfer portal. I mean, it's open for everybody. And yes, volleyball is Coach Van Niel. Again, you build this. You come in 3 years, and every year you go to the tournament, Sweet 16, second round, hosting. So Sweet 16 first year on the road, second year hosting, go out in the round 32 to A&M, this year's national champs who is building something, as is, again, the Sun Devils. And then this year, Big 12 champs again, and then you host, and then you get to the Sweet 16, where again you end up falling to Creighton, but again, just a good team. But yeah, and that's not. But yes, volleyball is getting a couple transfers from Wisconsin. This is so crazy. Usually, like this week when the portal opens, William. Yeah, see, thanks, William. Appreciate that. When the portal opens, William, I'll keep up daily and I'll throw ones out there, but I usually wait. I'll throw the names out there, but I won't. I should rephrase. I won't go into a deep dive on certain players or the players that they got, just because, again, every day it's someone new, as we all know. So that being said, yes, but forks up. Appreciate that, William. Volleyball getting some from Wisconsin. Big Ten, she says, which, again, the Big Ten wasn't too bad. Penn State won a national title last year, and they still were a tournament team this year. Again, ASU went in early, and they laid the groundwork. It's a copycat world in sports, and they laid the groundwork for, yes, teams had still. I mean, look, Penn State's record may not have been the greatest. I did see some of their matches after ASU as well. Yeah, those teams that beat them, I mean, it's not that they worked for it. But yes, so that is what is going on with again volleyball. Yes, and I will get all that to you again. Thank you again, William. Forks up, because again, I always love the interaction and the help, because I will get to that again with football and all the players that are in it. Again, the 105 scholarships. Every team has 105 scholarships now. So I think there was like over 900 players. I'd have to look. So there is over, for football alone, not every sport that has a portal open right now. For football alone, I think there was like over maybe 900, 900, something like that. I'd have to look. I look again. Like I said, obviously it's like recruiting. It's a little bit easier. Not easier numbers. Well, I mean, it is smaller numbers, but a little easier because you see it. It gets released right away. Everybody puts something out there. Oh, thank you, William. Yeah. So altogether, that's every sport, right, William? Yeah, I gotta say, yeah, because that's not football. So yes, 4,000 athletes in the transfer portal. Jaden Rashada, love the kid. Guys, I talked about it on here. Anytime we talked to him after practice, and he played, nothing but respect for Jaden Rashada. Had the issue with Florida at the NIL, gets out, comes here. After here, transfers, I think, and he went to Georgia. Then he transfers from Georgia to Sacramento State this last year, and now he is back in the portal again. I mean, look, I guess it shows NFL teams one thing, you can adapt to different situations, but don't they always say, at least for quarterbacks, well, let me be on this, don't they always say for quarterbacks that he's had 3 offensive coordinators in 3 years. Before, you can't develop anything, he's playing well, but there's that about his game. Look, you transfer that much, and again, Jaden Rashada was on them great, man. Interviews, got extra time with him, after practice. Obviously, his dad, Harlan, was an alum here, played here as well. Dude, nothing but respect for Jaden Rashada. But again, in the portal. So, yeah, 4,000 players between football. Yep. Yes, I said it a zillion times. Well, you must have been watching. But yes, it is a rhythm position. And, working with an offensive coordinator or offensive coaches and the play calling and just, getting into a flow, absolutely huge. But, so we'll see what happens to him. But, 4,000 in the portal. Omarion Miller, the receiver from CU, wanted to stay in the Big 12, was visiting ASU, and then was going to go to Texas Tech. Guess what? Didn't go to Texas Tech. Sam Levitt allegedly is headed over to Texas Tech, so that's huge that Miller stayed here. And again, you guys know I'm not talking trash. Love Sam Levitt. Parent, like I talked about after Camp T. Talking to his mom and dad. His parents are great, and bummed I didn't. I get as the season went on, bummed I didn't get to see him in practice because we were talking about Pitchfork Lunch. You're like, oh, his mom said, yeah, we'll come on the show. I'm like, yeah, it'd be phenomenal. But but that's that. So anyway, but hey, I'm going to take a quick break. When we get back, we're going to talk Desert Hockey Classic. We are going to jump into that. The Devils three-peat. Coach Powers, again, absolutely phenomenal what Coach Powers has done. But the team, the way they're playing, Colin Potter, yes, I totally buried the lead. Had a hat trick, his first Sun Devil hat trick on Friday night against Alaska Anchorage. So yeah, I was struggling, but look, what do you have to do to become a team? Coach talks about that all the time. Beat the teams you should beat, but they're going to make you work for it. Alaska Anchorage, again, they got the first goal, and then ASU had 4 unanswered. So we'll get into that. The Desert Hockey Classic, what I've seen. And again, splitting at Dartmouth, their schedule. We'll hear from Coach Powers. I mean, he talks about it. So we'll hear from Coach Powers. We'll talk that. Again, women's hoops, not avoiding it because they're 15-1, guys. So, yes, now there's only 5 undefeated teams left in women's hoops because Molly Miller and her team fell to BYU. But, again, they were grinding. They got UCF next and then a big one at TCU. So that is coming up. So we'll step aside and have Desert Hockey Classic on the other side and some men's and women's hoops here on Pitchfork Lunch.
Audio Jungle.
Yep, that was it. You saw one of Colin Potter's goals. That was obviously Saturday night, and yeah, love that guy. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Thank you, William. It's not going. Oh, it's between LSU and Kentucky for him. Oh, since wow, they took sort. Well, it's pretty good too. And then what's his name from TCU? I'm sure you saw that. Went to Indiana again. Kurt Signetti and is saying again SEC scheduling pathetic non-conference scheduling. But yeah, you're not beating Oregon twice in the season. I know they whooped Alabama, and Oregon would have done the same thing to them. I mean, after what Oregon did to Tech, and look, I wasn't avoiding it yesterday. There's just so much. Or today, I should say. Yesterday was Sunday. Yeah, or Friday. We came back Friday again, watching those games, and Little Crow. I mean, Texas Tech did not score. I knew Oregon could obviously score, and I said teams were scoring them, but yeah, um, yeah. Oh, this is so true. So hockey, yeah, the power play. I mean, it's been pretty. They've had lots of opportunities all season long. They're just going in the net. Plus, they got a ton of shorthanded goals last week. Dang it, I forgot to ask about that. Oh, just thinking out loud again. But anyway, forks up to Coach Powers. I love Coach Powers. Yes, I know a homer show or not. I love working with the coaches, and I mean, it's just again absolutely awesome. Oh, by the way, for volleyball, by the way, signed. Signed Aurora Papak, who is a middle blocker from Croatia, actually, but she was at Kansas. So more international flavor. Again, Maeve's still in the lineup volleyball wise for the French. But like I said, I will get to all this, guys. I'm not ignoring it. It's still going to be news. She'll be here in the spring, too. So, again, going to get out to spring practices, talk to players, again, coming off last season, but getting to know the volleyball team more. Yes, softball coming up too. Men's golf, swimming, just crushed it against Grand Canyon. So again, talking fast. I know we have a lot to get to sports wise. But yes, the power play has looked much better lately. And yeah, that top line for ASU is literally the last month. I can easily say the last month, that stretch of Coach Powers talks about it. And look, there's a lot of good teams in college hockey. I know you guys know this, and with letting you, but that is the number one line in the country right now. And what they've done, insane. Oh, by the way, Anaya Clinton, uh, William also signed, and she is an outside hitter from Midland, Texas, who was at K State. So, yeah, I mean, look, some of the seniors that are gone. I mean, Bailey Miller gone. Um, Obviously, Colby Neal gone, and yeah, but Naya on the outside. Jillian Neal will be back again. Forks up. Love. Again, it was so awesome to see her play with her sister and what it meant. Win a Big 12 championship together, back to back for the Devils. So, yeah, Anaya Clinton also signed for volleyball, guys. I will get to all this. So they will be here for the spring. Absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. Um, 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 So yeah, I mean it's awesome. But Desert Hockey Classic, the power play looked good. I mean their penalty kill too, guys, absolutely insane. Oh, um, um, So yeah, that in and of itself, awesome. But yeah, the power play, the penalty kill. I mean, like, look, Cruz Lucius, Colin Potter, uh, Bennett Shimmick, like that line, that is the top line right now. That is line number one. And I know I hit their stats the other day. When because we had talked about it. Um, but but here's the insanity of the numbers now, because I posted it the other night. But when you look, this top line, I think in the last like 4 games has like 18 points, which is insane. Why did I hit that? But yeah, so I think now Colin Potter and Cruz Lucius are tied for the lead in goals. Let's see. Cruz Lucius and Colin Potter, 12 goals each. Bennett Shimmick, 10. Cruz Lucius, 20 assists. 12 goals, 20 assists. Colin Potter, 12 goals, 13 assists. And Bennett Shimmick, 10 goals and 21 assists. So, I mean, look, that puck is moving. It's fluid. They're finding each other. Yeah, absolutely awesome. Again, just absolutely awesome. And let's see. Yeah, here it is. So we are going to hear from Coach Powers right now after Saturday night. Again, their third one. By the way, the Desert Hockey Classic is going to take a little bit of a break, but you'll hear it from him. Coach Powers will tell you that. So, yeah, it's again absolutely awesome. What Coach Powers is doing, the team, but I mean the way they're working together. I mean, guys, it is absolutely crazy how good this team can be. And yeah, but like I said, so 12 goals for Lucius, 12 for Potter, 10 for Shimmick. Logan Morrell got on back, put the puck in that. He's got 5. Jack Beck's got 5. Carmelo Crandall had 2 goals Saturday. He has 4 now. Ty Nash has 4. He got in the scored. Kyle Smolin has 3, as does Sam Alfano and Benjamin Cavon. Sean McGurner's been out, is at 3. Noah Powell's at 3. Justin Kipke has 2. And then both Tucker Ness and Joel Kelberg have 1. So, guys, they're crushing it, man. They are absolutely crushing it. But yeah, just the way the puck's moving, the way they're playing the game, all the lines. I mean, their fourth line, their third and fourth line, guys, that could easily be they could easily be a 1 or 2 line. And there's a ton of freshmen. So that in and of itself, again, absolutely awesome. So let's hear from Coach Powers. I said I was going to get that to you, and we will. This is from Saturday night. I already put up Friday nights. It's on good old X. But this is from Saturday night. And yeah, here he is. Sun Devil head coach Greg Powers.
I just told the guys how proud I am of them. We were 3-7-1 after the loss at North Dakota, right? And they took it to us really good there to beat us, I think 5-2. And our guys have flipped the switch and not looked back since then. we've gone 8-3 against a really, really tough schedule. That's a good team. Like, they just beat Michigan Tech 8-2. They're very good. They've got a good chance to win their league and play in an NCAA tournament. So yeah, we're above 500 for the first time all year. And after our start, I think that says a lot about what we have in that room.
Coach, third straight Desert Hockey Classic. How does it feel?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, we think we've won 5 straight in-season tournaments, right? So now we got to move and graduate to the postseason, trophies and tournaments, and that's what the goal is. But it's a lot to be proud of to win our tournament 3 years in a row, and then you mix in the Icebreaker, you mix in Lake Placid, the Adirondack Classic that we won, and even the Hall of Fame game against North Dakota. So we've been spectacular in the in-season competitions, and when trophies are on the line, and hopefully that parlays into postseason.
You talked yesterday about, the Morel line in particular and just wanting more out of them. And how do you think they stepped up to that challenge?
Way better. I thought they were really good. They managed pucks better. They got obviously a big goal in the second period. Could have had a couple more. I thought Mo was going to score shorthanded there in the second where it trickled through the guy and hit the post. We hit a couple posts tonight we just couldn't quite extend the lead. We felt we had a lot of really good chances there in the second to go up 4-5-1 and just didn't execute. But that line was good. I thought the Whitehead line was really good. We got production out of everybody tonight. Really proud of Mello for popping that big one for us to extend the lead back to 2 in the third. And it was just a good solid team win.
Coach, that first line, we've talked so much about them. They seem like they're getting better every single night. How is that possible?
Yeah, they're just, they're 3 really good players that all have a legitimate chance to play at the highest level in the world when they're done here. They're clicking, they're confident, they're moving the puck really well. Tonight maybe was like more of what you would consider an off night for them, and they were still really productive. So they've been driving it for us, and they're a handful for anybody, and so when they're driving the play and they're as talented as they are, we're going to be a handful.
You mentioned that 8-3 record in the past 7 years. Why do you think that changes kind of flips?
I think it's just, again, establishing an identity, establishing a standard, guys buying into roles. When you have so many new players, it's tough to get guys to accept and buy into roles from day one. And this team made a choice together that winning was more important than individual, gain. And we have a lot of guys, like we look at our fourth line tonight in the last couple games, how talented they are and how much skill they have. And you have a second-round draft pick playing on our fourth line. You have Carmelo Crandall, who's going to be an unbelievable college hockey player, playing on our fourth line. Braxton Whitehead barely played at all the first semester, and right now he's just so reliable and smart, good on face-offs, and managing pucks like he's a junior. So we got guys buying into roles that, some nights they're getting 6 minutes and some nights they're getting 14, 15. And when you have teams from top to bottom full of players that are willing to accept what they need to do to help the team win and put the team first, you go 8-3 in the schedule that we just played.
Coach, after some line shuffling to open the season, do you feel like you found the right mix of players top to bottom?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we still have some really good players out that we're going to get back with McGurn and Dowd for sure. Beck's probably a little longer term, unfortunately, but we expect McGurn and Dowder to be back, and they're both huge pieces for us. So we've been able to have some success here, since Duluth, with some key guys out to injury, and it says a lot about our depth. So and even tonight we lost Johnny Waldron after his second shift, so we were down to 11 forwards and had to juggle, a winger on that line, and they did it really well.
Coach, to continue on the injuries, Connor Hasley went down, got a skate to the head. How's he doing?
He's fine. He's I was really impressed with Haz and his ability to close the door, make some big saves there. They peppered him on those power plays, and that shot total got inflated there, but he made some big saves. And what's really, I think, most impressive about his effort in the third is he let a stinker in to start, and it was a stinker. And a lot of goalies would have gone the other way and gotten nervous, and there were no nerves. He settled right back in, and then he got hit in the head with a skate and got up and made even bigger saves. So it says a lot about where he's at mentally. We know how good he is, and for us.
Coach, three different Desert Hot Classic wins. What makes this one stand out from the rest of them?
They've all been really special. I think the first one will always be the best because we've done this pretty much every year, and it took us 6-7 years to win one. But we love winning trophies on home ice, and now the goal, like I said, is to win the bigger one, the NCHC. Whether it be Penrose Cup, whether it be the tournament trophy, and then getting the NCAA tournaments and competing for national championships. But this is a special one because we're gonna postpone this tournament for a couple years just because of scheduling conflicts that we pushed out when we joined the league. We have commitments that we need to honor with teams and different entities. And so I think it's going to take a couple of years for us to get this back and clear those out of our schedule. But it's good to three-peat before we postpone it for a couple of years.
The penalty kill was on point again tonight. For the most part, you talked about him yesterday being really good. Just what do you think you've seen in the progression of the kill?
I think your best penalty killer's got to be your goalie. And tonight he was. We made a few mistakes on it, and he made one huge save with his right pad that they had hit on the back door. But they're bought in. They're doing a great job. Dana's doing an unbelievable job with the kill. They're detailed. They spend a lot of time on it all week. They're very, very well prepared for every power play that we face. We know all their tendencies and what they're going to do. And some teams like tonight run different units, and each unit runs a different set. So you got to be prepared. It's all about pre-scouting, and Dana takes care of our PK, and he's doing a great job with it.
So into the final 2 months of the season, what do you want to see from your team with a non-conference behind you?
Yeah, it's just like I said last night, it's all about stacking wins. We have another series at home against Miami, and it's all about trying to get 3 points every time we take the ice now for the rest of the year, and climbing up the standings so we can make sure that we get home ice in playoffs. That's the goal, and if we get back into the race, even better. So it's all about stacking wins. We got 2 down, 4 to go at home on the 6-game homestand, so we're off to a great start.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Record, how big was this weekend to get back on?
Yeah, obviously it's tournament we're hosting, so obviously coming back with trophies, it's great.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it feels good to win. I think just adding the trophy onto it just makes it feel a little bit better. So it was a good weekend.
Two goals for you today. Just what were you saying out there on the ice?
I mean, first goal, I got to give it all to Smoy. Like, he found me on the dot and just made a play. Shot it backhand and then went in, so I got to give the credit to him. And then second goal, just got a stick on it at the blue line and took it empty net. Not too much to talk about there.
How did it feel to just take that momentum back with your first goal after Air Force had just scored a couple minutes prior?
I mean, it feels good. Like in a game like that, they score. It's like you kind of want to stop them from gaining momentum. I think a well-timed goal there kind of gave us momentum back. So definitely good for the team's energy.
And you're a part of that top line that Coach has said is one of the best, if not the best, in the nation. What have you guys done over the past few months to really change that and really progress your game?
I think the 2 guys I'm playing with are just so talented, so smart when they have the puck, and they're fast at the same time. So I think just being out there with them, you can kind of count on where they're going to be on the ice and know that they're going to make the right play with the puck. So I think it's kind of just all 3 of us doing our part, and it's led to some success for us.
Question for both of y'all. For you, how have you seen kind of your freshman partners and newcomers as well as yourself kind of improve? And same goes for you. Have you kind of seen them grow and improve throughout the season?
I'd say for me, it's nice. I got to play in a line with 2 freshmen, and I don't know, Ben, I played in the same league with him for the past 2 years, and Braxton's another Canadian guy, played in the WHL. But I feel just like growing with them, like living together, going to school together, like we have a really tight bond, and it's just nice to see us continue to grow like as each game goes on, every practice. So it's been a fun journey so far.
Mm-hmm. We have we had a lot of freshmen this year, and they're really skilled players. But coming to college hockey, it's definitely an adjustment for everybody. I mean, I remember when I was a freshman, it definitely was for me. So to see the growth throughout the season, and especially I think big things are to come in the second half for that group. It's been fun to watch, and I have full confidence they're going to keep going in the upward direction.
4 of you guys' last 6 series have come against top 10 teams. How has that level of competition just allowed you to become battle tested and entering the second half of the season?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you're not thinking about it too much, kind of when you're in that gauntlet. But, looking back, obviously, we're playing some great teams every weekend. And I mean, in our league, there's really no off nights, no matter who you're playing. So I think it's kind of just a game-by-game approach for us, and we're able to have some success throughout.
When you guys look back at that last stretch, is there a moment that maybe sticks out as a turning point from that portion of games?
I think getting that win at North Dakota was a big turning point for us. I don't know what we were sitting at before that game, but that was a big momentum swing for us going in that building. It's hard to play in, and kind of getting that win kind of gave us a lot of momentum and gave us the confidence to know we could beat anybody in any atmosphere.
Bennett, 2 goals on the power play tonight for the team. What allowed that unit to work tonight?
Yeah, we got one on both units. I think both units were kind of clicking. When I have Lucius and Potter on both flanks and they can rip the pill, it's kind of just give it to good players a little bit. And then that other unit, they're doing well as well. They're moving it well. They have good net front. Their entries look good, so just hoping to continue that in the future.
Question for both of you guys. For the last 5 games, have seen 5+ goals scored. What's been the change in the locker room and on the practice ice?
I think it's just sticking to how we play. I think we're managing the puck a lot better in these last couple weeks, and that's kind of helped our forecheck out a lot, and it's opened up the game for us in many ways.
Last year in mid-November was kind of that turning point with that sweep up at Denver that allowed you guys to go on that hot streak. How do you kind of replicate that going into the second half of the season?
I think it's just continued belief that we can beat anybody. Taking it game by game, like I said before. We know our best hockey's in front of us, and we have a great schedule coming up in front of us. So just continue to take it game by game, and all of us have a lot of belief in this group.
Coach talked about 5 straight in-season tournament wins. How can you guys translate that to the rest of the season and into the postseason tournaments as well?
I'd say just look at tonight, watch the video, and just try to replicate. Obviously tonight and last night, I think we did a lot of things well, and I think one of the big things for us was defensively. I think over the year or during the year so far, we've kind of struggled with letting in goals. I think this weekend we really locked it in defensively, and that helped translate to goals for. So I think if we do that, then it'll help us have success.
Question for you two both. What's it like playing in front of a guy like Hasley?
It's awesome. Both our goals are studs back there. I think everybody has confidence no matter who's in net. But Hasley specifically, he's been on fire recently. We know if we're going to make a mistake, we got a solid guy back there, and he allows us to play a lot more free.
One more? No.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Well, there you go. Coach Powers talking about it, guys. And yes, they're over 500. When we look at the NCHC standings right now, which again, started conference play, but in the NCHC right now, North Dakota, and this is just their conference record. I'll get to overall in a second. North Dakota has 25 points. They're 8-2-0. Denver has 24 points. They're 8-2-0 as well. Minnesota Duluth has 21 points. They are 7-5 in conference. Western Michigan has 17. They're 6-4, and then there are the Devils at 13, lingering but over 500. Well, overall, they're 4-5-1 in conference play. But they're 1-0 in overtime. They have one overtime win. They also have one shootout win. So they're at 13 points. And then St. Cloud State has 11. They're 3-7 in conference. Colorado College has 10 points. They are 2-5-3 in conference. And you have Omaha, which is 9-10. Omaha has 9 points. Colorado College has 10. Omaha has 9. They're 3-7 in conference. And then Miami has 8 points, and they are 2-6-2 in conference play, and they are next up for the Devils, guys. But yeah, 13 points again. 11-10-1. North Dakota 16-4 overall. Denver 12-7-2 overall. Minnesota Duluth 14-6, as is Western Michigan. And then again, you get the Devils at 11-10-1. St. Cloud State's 10-10. Colorado College is 8-9-3. Omaha 7-13, and Miami is 11-7-2. So did good non-conference wise, just struggling a little bit in conference play right now. But the Devils over 500 for the first time this season overall. They've scored 71 goals to this point, guys. Is crazy, and they've given up 72. So North Dakota and Denver. I mean, North Dakota scored 76 and given up 42. Denver scored 80 and given up 45. So, but look, this hockey team, you heard, again, Bennett Shimmick talking right there, and I put it up. I mean, he's got 10 goals and 21 assists. Carmelo Crandall, 4 goals now, 2 the other night. Again, it's a freshman line. And yeah, the freshmen, some of them might be just, again, I'm not saying they're like 27 years old. No, not a 27-year-old freshman, but a little bit older because, again, having played in someone playing in the AHL and like coming to play college hockey, which they can do now. So yeah, I mean, I'll leave this in the picture, but yeah, the trophy, and yeah, he takes from Coach Powers again. Sorry. Okay, that was weird. My bad. But anyway, you saw it right there, the trophy. William, you put up a comment and you said the Desert Hockey Classic should be right at the end of non-conference play and feature rankings. Yeah, the tough part about that, though, is everybody else's schedule. And again, Air Force is a very good team. Alaska Anchorage, yes, they're struggling. Michigan Tech, you see that name, you're like, oh, they're pretty. I mean, Air Force destroyed them just like ASU destroyed Alaska Anchorage. But I mean, still, that's how they're playing right now. The problem with that, yeah, because Williams said, it should. I mean, yeah, you'd love to get that, but they play in other tournaments too, so that's the problem. And it doesn't. It more so is about putting like the calendar, how it fits on the calendar. But like Coach Powers said, I mean, they're like Ohio State came here, Wisconsin's been here. When they played that Big Ten schedule, teams owe them, but they also owe some stuff too. So that's why no Desert Hockey Classic. He said it probably 2 years. I think he said 2 or 3, but definitely 2 years. So that's the bummer of it. But I do like the, believe me, again, a great idea. I just think because of scheduling, the way they're scheduled, the tournaments and the calendar, and how other teams are playing, it's again, it's an in-season thing, so you might not get a ton of ranked teams, but nonetheless. But yeah, Bennett Shimmick, I mean, you heard him talking right there on Carmelo Crandall. Man, I mean, that line just absolutely rocking it. And Braxton Whitehead, that's who Coach mentioned too. Again, like, it's insane how, like, I mean, when you look at the freshmen real quick, I'll leave it on this. You look at the freshmen that they have. So Jack Beck, Justin Kipke, playing the WHL, back in the ECHL. I'll get that. But Richard Barron, another freshman. And then Lincoln Cuny is a freshman. Carmelo Crandall, before mentioned, you saw him in the interview, freshman. Sam Alfano, who's been playing very well, freshman. Sam Urban, the goalie, saw what he did the other night. Very, very talented and young. Another freshman. Ben Cavon, a freshman. Braxton Whitehead, a freshman. So, yeah, I mean, you look at the youth, but with the experience that's there and the way, like I said, I mean, you talk about that first line, but like Cruz Lucius, again, what he means to that line, and Colin Potter with his speed and everything, guys, absolutely what the line has done, again, just absolutely awesome. So, all right, so men's hoops, they fell to Colorado. I mentioned that. Swimming, by the way, I gotta give swimming a shout out because they honored their seniors and had Grand Canyon on Saturday, and somebody knew it was January 3rd, and yeah, unfortunately wasn't there. But swimming, their men are 7-0, and let's see, January 3rd. Yeah, they beat Grand Canyon 208-91. Get into more results tomorrow. Again, Coach Bain, we're going to get out there, and I am going to get out there and talk to swimmers too. Again, you aim to get out there, got to make it happen. But they have the Big 12 West Championships in 2 weeks, January 16th and 17th at Mona Plummer. So it will be huge. And then February 6th, maybe I go down to Tucson as they take on Arizona. So yeah, and then February 6th and then 24th to 28th, they have the Big 12 Swim and Dive Championships, and that's at the Greensboro Aquatic Center. And then March 9th through March 11th, they have diving zones, which is at the diving championships. Doesn't say where that's at. And then the NCAA Men's Swimming Championships this year are at the Georgia Tech Aquatic Center. Again, the undefeated Devils, you would think, would be there 7-0 on the men's side. I mean, look, they started back October 3rd. They beat UNLV, the All-Arizona invite. At Stanford and Cal, they had 6 event wins on October 24th. October 25th between Cal and Stanford again. ASU actually took first in that. They beat Stanford 204-124, and they beat Cal 198-139. Then they turn around and beat number 15 USC 193-107. Beat number 12 Virginia 38-3, and then number 9 Tennessee they beat 33-11 at the CAA Dual Meet Challenge, which was at the Allen Jones Aquatic Center. And then November 23rd, they were at Tennessee again. They were the champions 39-17. And then Toyota, they went and participated in Toyota Championships, which was December 3rd through December 6th. And then, yeah, I mean, remember, I was at the USC meet for men and women, that one. So, but yeah, Grand Canyon 208-91. So Forks up to Coach Bain, and is again just absolutely rolling, coming off a national title last year. So Forks up to swimming. I'll get more of that in tomorrow. But yeah, that's going to do it for today, man. So glad you guys jumped in. Again, you can hit me up at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as the Twitter, as you check it out there Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. Also, my IG, Michael.Caratonuto.5, and the YouTube channel, guys. Go to YouTube. You know how to get there. You see my name, Michael Caratonuto, but my page is at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005, at MVC005 on YouTube, and subscribe. Because, like I said to you, you have missed a plethora of phenomenal con reviews, content, game sound, everything. So go subscribe. Yeah, so I'm going to get out of here. And again, like reigning back-to-back Big 12 women's volleyball champs remind me and told me I always needed to say it, and we sign off every show this way. It is hashtag our state. Team Down South, that's for you. It is hashtag our state, as you guys know it. And, yeah, we'll get to the transfer portal, too. Again, the Devils hit that up. Like I said, you get a safety out of or a defensive back out of Texas. That was in Austin. You get Omari and Miller, a receiver. You get a local receiver back, another running back from Villanova. And, yeah, more and more. And volleyball, obviously hitting it too, Coach Van Neal. So, again, we will get to it all. But yes, it is hashtag our state. Team down south, just remember that. Go Devils. And as you guys know, as always, Forks up.
I went to Arizona State. Right. I'm a Sun Devil, man.
27-yard line. That's a great call. Blake Baker, Plummer will put it up, throws over the middle. Pull, touchdown. Red flag.
3rd down and 5. Levis swings it to Scatterbo. Scatterbo breaks defenders. Here he goes again. Another touchdown. Scatterbo is the running back, and he is immediately met in the backfield, runs through the contact, and then throws a shoulder for good measure. This team this year. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon Compton. Welcome to 2025.
Not today. This one the other way. Still going back. That's the drag. Walks up and down. Edwards pulls off and buries it. Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Hurt 3 right on the money.
Takes his shot for Darby. Flag out. Doesn't matter.